told you I warned you then that baby, I don't seem insane, but I fucking am. And I'm rocking a little gold chain that ain't real gold. I told you that it's fucking fake. I spend my money elsewhere.
What's that?
That's a swear jar. Every time someone swears, you put a quarter in it.
Who gets the money?
I don't know. We'll use it to buy something for the office, like a case of Bud Light or something.
Fucking awesome. F you, Bob.
F you, Jim.
Eric, I have a bag on line 3 for you.
Can I borrow your pen? Can I borrow your f***ing pen?
Will the owner of a white station wagon please go f*** yourself?
We're gonna go down there and we're gonna f*** some. We're gonna f*** some. We're gonna do whatever we have to because we're gonna f*** some.
Poop.
Doesn't count.
Shut the up!
I am so proud of you mother suckers. Here, here.
Okay, class. If you're in the South, you say, "Hey, feller, give me a Bud Light."
Hey, feller, give me a Bud Light.
In New York, you say, "Hey, give me a Bud Light." You got a problem with that?
Bud Light, you got a problem with that.
In East LA, you say, "Give me a Bud Light, Holmes."
Give me a Bud Light, Holmes.
More importantly, if somebody asks you for a Bud Light, you say,
"Don't speak English."
Refreshingly smooth, but...
There's nobody here because I'm 3.5 hours late. Anyways, all those Bud Light commercials there, they used to be hilarious. But yeah, way to go, Bud Light. But I bet there's a specific reason why Bud Light did that. I don't think it's... I think it's about this company called BlackRock. I just learned about this company. I don't know anything about financial shit or stocks. Nothing. I care less about that stuff. But this company here, BlackRock, right? They're gigantic. They're basically the biggest financial institution that's ever existed in the history of mankind. The way I understand it is they basically own pretty much every media company. They own every bank, like every major bank, I guess you'd say, not every bank. And they create these like portfolios that you invest in, like, you know, 401ks and stuff like that. And they created this metric and this software. The software is called Aladdin. Aladdin analyzes the risk benefit of companies based on this ESG rating. And it stands for environmental, social governance and governance. So basically it like rates you as a company on how socially conscious you are, I guess you'd say. I'm trying not to use the word woke here, but it's measuring companies on how woke they are. And if you don't like get a good score in this metric that they've created, you are automatically like taken out of all these funds. So you like lose tons and tons of money. Anyways, I made this short, you know, clip video. Let's take a look at some of this.
Netflix, accumulating over 22 million shares in the company. Actual reasons why this is happening. It's not just because Netflix as a company is inherently bad. It's not because of some weird creepy executives or because everyone in the company wants to virtue signal for political reasons. It's because they're a modern business, a business that is economically forced to focus on one aspect above all others, and that focus being their ESG score BlackRock assigns them, which is part of the reason why companies like Netflix and Disney are attempting to further raise their ESG scores and have started producing woke content at an unprecedented rate, because strangely by doing this makes them get more investments. They don't actually care about the audience watching this content. This is about generating more investments into the company.
Netflix is a good example, but you can make this example on pretty much, you know, anybody that's making these decisions. Like, you know, obviously Bud Light. Like, why would Bud Light go out of their way to do that thing with the LGBTQ community? Because they needed this ESG score to go up, because that's how they get investments. Doesn't matter if they're pissing people off or not.
An ESG rating, according to BlackRock, measures a company's exposure to long-term environmental and governance risks. These risks include issues like energy efficiency, worker safety, and board independence, all of which will cause companies to have significant financial consequences if they're not followed properly. And to be honest, if it just stopped there would be no issues here at all, as this is a very good way to rank a company's ability to be a viable long-term investment. However, the issue comes from the social and political rankings this entails. This came to the surface in 2018 when the BlackRock CEO wrote wrote a letter about ESG scores titled "Contribute to Society or Risk Losing Our Support." In the letter, he stated, quote, "Society is demanding that companies, both public and private, serve a social purpose." However, this is a very important point to understand, because since BlackRock is a major shareholder in Netflix, their stake significantly impacts Netflix content, as Netflix desperately needs to have a high-ranking ESG score. If they don't have a high ESG score, investors will pull out. And if investors see that BlackRock and a stock predicting machine called Aladdin suggest pulling out of Netflix, then other investors will follow suit. And because Netflix's business runs on major thin margins, having investors pull out of the company would be disastrous for Netflix. So in recent years, with BlackRock being increasingly vocal for certain political and social beliefs, Netflix is now having to toe the party line. Now, to be honest, Netflix can't really do anything about this. I mean, you may think that Netflix can just seek investment dollars from some other firm that doesn't care about being as woke as possible, but Larry Fink has already thought of that.
This Larry Fink guy, he's considered the most powerful man in the world right now, by far. I mean, he didn't start BlackRock till he was 36, apparently, which is crazy. He basically, this company blew up when the financial crisis happened, and they bought up, long story short, they bought up all the foreclosures. They were given like exclusive rights by the government to buy up all these foreclosures. And I mean, you can look into that more. I'm going to stay more on track with specifically Star Wars. Okay, this is the only reason I even give a shit about this at all. It's Star Wars. I just, the recent news with them doing this Rey thing, and then the Ahsoka announcement where it's just, they're going the exact same direction that they've already done, and they've made like the same statements that they've already made that make no sense twice as much now. Like, oh, I'm so glad that we're finally introducing women into Star Wars. Like, they just said this, and it's like, what the hell is going on? It's so crazy. But then if you start to see this stuff, right? When they battled Florida and stuff, their ESG rating was going down. And I have a feeling that Iger was just like, pump the woke, because we need this ESG rating. We need more investments because now we got to fight Florida or something like that. I don't know, but we'll see why. Let's watch this.
Why he developed BlackRock's Aladdin service. Then how do we know that ESG benchmarks are more important to Netflix than its content or technological improvements? Well, Netflix puts in the time, money, and effort to publish an ESG inclusivity report annually. And even more telling was that their research department didn't publish a single article for content analytics in the last 2 years, nor for their machine learning from 2019 to 2022. They barely even talked about encoding and quality, and at the same time they hid their audience ratings due to lacking performance for their increasingly woke content. And when Netflix does occasionally produce something edgy, original, and entertaining, they always get in big trouble for doing so. For example, when Netflix released Dave Chappelle's comedy special, this had devastating effects for the company's ESG score. According to Ethos ESG, because of Dave Chappelle's special, Netflix's ESG rating on a statistic called LGBTQ equality dropped to 2.6 out of 100. And for reference, Fox News has a score of 23.
Fox News has 23.4. And because they came out with Chappelle, they dropped to like a 3 out of 100. I mean, that costs you millions and millions of dollars. It's like overnight. I guess, in market share. I mean, not like cash, I guess, in the bank. But this is straight up like bullying the market. Like, he went on to talk about how Netflix isn't following this anymore because, they're losing all these subscribers. People are pissed. And then on top of that, they're losing all their licenses, like this year, to Disney stuff and all that stuff. So they're going to lose a ton of content. So like all those terrible movies like Cuties and just all types of terrible stuff they were coming out with, they were just pumping ESG ratings trying to get investors. And now that it's like they're going to lose everything, they're trying to appeal to everybody and they're making a lot of right moves and stuff. But I don't think you can tell BlackRock to go fuck off and expect that you're gonna like survive. I don't think you can.
4, a score almost 10 times higher than Netflix's. And so you see, this is the sort of pressure that Netflix faces when it produces original edgy content. Disney's former CEO Bob Iger stated that the company should be, quote, taking a stand on political issues, and that it will no longer shy away from politics in the future. A statement that's also likely caused by another sinister, bureaucratic, authoritarian regime, BlackRock. BlackRock is one of Disney's top shareholders, owning nearly 150 million shares in the company. Now, for those of you who don't know, BlackRock is the shadowy investment management firm that oversees roughly 10% of all stocks traded worldwide, which which amounts to about $10 trillion in assets. In the words of Bloomberg, BlackRock is effectively a fourth branch of government. And now, of course, Disney, being run by the most ruthless executives in modern history, does everything they can to please their investors, which is why Disney has the second highest ESG rating.
Second highest ESG rating. I feel like we're gonna see everything destroying itself to fit this ESG rating. I mean, there's some hope. Like Paramount didn't do it. You know, Top Gun did not get a good ESG rating, and they didn't condemn Taiwan, and they made a huge profit. So it's possible, but I just think big companies are too terrified to fight BlackRock.
In the entertainment industry. And that's also why in the last couple of years, Disney has been at the forefront of this new woke push, becoming ever more political. Like the time they vehemently opposed Florida's new public education bill, a bill that stops teachers educating children below 3rd grade about sex and gender. So why is Disney suddenly becoming so randomly opposed to this one bill? Why is a multi-billion-dollar company giving their input on the way grade school education is handled in the state of Florida? Disney has never done anything like this before. This is only happening after BlackRock changing their ESG ratings, where their ruthless adherence to their investors and money at all costs attitude might now kill the Disney monopoly. Disney, once a company pioneering animation, cartoons, and generating beautiful allegorical stories that would transcend time and generations, is now becoming everything it sought to destroy, a hollowed out, decrepit shell of a company, suing hospices, grieving parents, forcing wokeness amongst the apathetic masses, and supporting genocidal regimes, neglecting stories and entertainment for greed and power.
Yeah, I think it's crazy because I was literally in shock when I heard this Ray news. I was just flabbergasted because I really felt like we were heading in this direction where things were starting to change, and it just floored me. But now it makes more sense why this is going on. You know, pleasing the consumer doesn't make you money when you're Disney, I guess. I mean, you're so big. I don't know what you can do about this. I think we're screwed here. It's pretty wild. It's a pretty wild thing to learn. Anyways, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyways, I desperately need a guest on this show right now because talking to myself is tough. Tough as shit. So yeah, any volunteers? What's the next thing I'm talking about? Moviepass. Moviepass is back. Can you believe that shit? That shit's crazy. Do another commercial real quick commercial. Do you wanna come on and debate me though? That'd be easier reading your text. Cause you're probably gonna be the only one here. Like Maze is being nice, Toy Box is being nice, but they're bored shitless. But I really appreciate you guys being here. Fuck yeah. Alright, let's play this next. Be right back.
I wanna fuck you in the ass. 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 Fuck you in the
Das hier ist mein Sektor. Das hier ist das wichtigste Gerät des Küstenwächters. Das Gerät und das Gerät. Überlebensradar.
Mayday. Hello, can you hear us? Can you over? We are sinking.
Hello? This is the German Coast Guard.
We're sinking.
What are you thinking about?
Well, I'm back in Discord, but I can't seem to hear him. What the hell is going on here? Man, I should have just streamed tomorrow, to be honest, because I'm frantic. I'm still ugh. I was doing that for 7 hours, I feel like. And then I bought this beer, right? Awesome beer. It's been expired for 3 months. What the fuck? Buzz, I see you lighting up green, man. But yeah, you're not making any sound, man. I don't know. Fucking shit. It's gonna be in your settings and devices. Probably have the wrong mic, something. All I know is audio fucking never works. So that's all there is to that. Maze, can you come into this chat really quick so I can see if I can hear you? Fuck. Sarcasm Society, YouTube professionals. Don't forget it. Look at how gay this looks. Chris, you're in here? Man, I can't hear you either. Fuck. What's going on with that? Sex machine here. I don't know why there's no audio. Sucks for me. Well, that's good. We can hear each other. Man. Looks like you're at a freaking club or something, Maze. Jesus. I don't fucking know, dude. Let me try one more thing. I'm gonna play one more video here.
Oh man! Oh God! Oh man! Oh God! Oh man! Oh God! Oh man! Oh God! Oh man! Oh God!
What does it take to win your business today? Okay, I'll give you that and 50% discount. Can we close the deal today? Can I place your order today? Great, thanks. We appreciate your business. Woohoo! I've got my truck and my trailer. Besides, I'm not worried about those blackbirds. They're not the dangerous animal. It's the human species that's a dangerous, menacing, and terrifying animal.
I can't go on with this. I can't go on with this. I'm an American. I'm an American. I love this country. It's my country. I can't.
Disappointed!
Hey, Scotty. Jesus, man.
Alright, we're back. We're back. I think we're getting there. We're getting there. Alright, everybody speak.
Hello?
Can you still hear me?
Echo.
Oh, for what?
Hello?
Alright, talk again.
This is Boulevard Jones reporting from somewhere in New Jersey.
I have no idea if anybody can hear you or not. That's the problem.
This is the strangest thing that's ever happened to me. I feel like every time you did that, it's like a level up. You've just added a new browser source.
Right.
Let's go, bud.
I don't know if I need to add you or what. Yep, you're up. You're on the screen now. Yeah, I can hear you fine. You're fine. It's just like when I add it, it just starts echoing.
I can hear you.
Alright, finally.
I can't hear Maze at all.
Boulevard, talk real quick.
Bully.
Are you echoing to yourself?
No.
You're not?
I can't hear Boulevard.
It was taking like 15 seconds before. I don't know why. But no, I am not.
Say something again.
I enjoyed the movie Daryl.
Alright, how about now? Say something again.
I also enjoyed the movie Explorers.
Alright, one more time.
Occasionally, I watch the movie Blade because it's awesome. Part of me likes parts of seasons 1 of 2 of Picard. Just parts, though.
Alright, the echoes should be gone, but I don't know if anybody can... So you guys can't hear each other, right?
I can't hear Boulevard.
No. I cannot hear Maze say anything. Oh! There he is!
Well, you heard him on YouTube, right? You didn't hear him in what we're in.
No, I have YouTube muted.
I don't have the YouTube playing live.
Oh, can you hear each other then?
No?
I heard him say something about my balls.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's not fucking me at this point. Because Maze sounds fine. I think I just fucking like... And I never had an echo. I don't fucking know. YouTube professional, motherfuckers. Oof. Alright. I don't know. I guess I'll try to continue this show. Moviepass. You hear about this shit? Does anybody remember Moviepass? Moviepass was like a while ago. They fucked up pretty bad. Let's just get a quick refresher on how bad Moviepass fucked up. See if I can get that going.
Like if we had retail locations, like
yeah,
instead of
that's Blockbuster.
Blockbuster? How's Blockbuster doing? What's their market share? Are they doing good? Oh, shut up. How about this? You want to see a movie? Come to our office. I'll act out the movies for you. With the new Thespian Pass, movies come alive in front of you. I just saw Crazy Rich Asians. It was great. Give me a heads up. Just tell me if you're going to come like a week in advance, and I'll do the whole thing for you. I'll get costumes. I'll get hats. It'll be so fun.
Please don't.
Why? I'll be all the Crazy Rich Asians. With Diamond Movie Pass, you get to fuck me, John. Jonathan Floor, CEO of Moviepass, as much as you want, as hard as you want, for 2 hours. It doesn't have to be 2 hours. You can go longer if you want, but you can do it. Just... Oh, and you also can see Mission Impossible. The original one. Not the new one. We couldn't make that happen. How about this? Okay, what about a Moviepass where it's pay as you go? It's like a la carte, right? So it's between $8, $20, depending on where you live, what theater you're going to, the location, and you would just buy individual movie passes from the theater ahead of...
Oh my fuck! Lolcow, this guy. This fucking guy. Lolcow. So as I was saying, Moviepass is back, and you know nobody fucking cares. Who cares? It's fucking stupid, anyways. But it's back somehow. After they fucking, how's this still a company? The original guy who invented it, he sold it. Those people ran it into the ground, and now the guy that originally invented it somehow bought it back. And it looks like it's more like logically feasible. I don't know anybody that would pay more than the $10 one though. Nobody's going to a theater for more than 1 to 3 movies a month. I don't think anymore. There's barely, and if you do go to a theater, I mean, you want an IMAX. I don't think this has any. Who the fuck would anybody here buy this shit? I wouldn't buy this shit. The only way I'd go to a theater is to see some IMAX shit, I think. I mean, my local drive-in it's $12 for 2 movies, and it used to be a $10 large pepperoni, but I think it's like $14 now. So I haven't been there this year. You're watching a Lolcow. Welcome. I'm about to just start ranting. I had like things planned, but I kind of needed a guest. Anyways, yeah, Moviepass is back. I don't think it's gonna survive. I mean, this way they can't go bankrupt, I guess, but nobody wants this shit. Who fucking cares? Other stupid shit can I say right now? Fuck it. I don't think the pink shirt's ever coming back. That shit got pretty torn up. Everybody's gonna not know if I'm some kind of like queer dude now. That was the whole point. I was trying to trick people. Like, who's this fucking fag? No offense. I shouldn't say that. I apologize. I don't have anything against gay people. I really don't. But yeah, well, I got some memes left. I got this sweet fucking trailer too. I gotta show you. I guess Boulevard's not here, so Interstellar is visually the better movie than Avatar, because Avatar fucking looks like a updated version of 2009 graphics. Like, it's so boring looking. It's uncanny valley, fucking everybody looks like a cat. I'm not even talking about how stupid the story is. Just visually it's not even that impressive. Now, I didn't see it in like immersive IMAX, but I did see Interstellar in immersive IMAX, and I'll say I don't like the story of Interstellar. It's boring and stupid. The visuals are fucking amazing. The science, like how they stuck to the science, is pretty neat too. I'm gonna fucking watch a little bit of this.
Unfortunately, working with Nolan wasn't what Timothy had expected. After the premiere of Interstellar, he broke down in tears.
And I saw it and I loved it.
Used huge fans which blew hundreds of pounds of synthetic dust.
Chris gives us
what's cool about this movie is
way to try and get more machines.
What's cool about this movie is like how committed they are to the practical effects. Although I'm starting to doubt like Christopher Nolan can write an interesting story besides Batman.
More material and guys and whatever to cover as big an area as we can.
This was inspired by the real events which occurred in 1930s America, and
there was something funny I learned in this video. Is like in this movie there's a part where the cornfield catches on fire. You can't catch a cornfield on fire. Like, even with gas, it doesn't burn.
Depicted in the 2012 documentary series called The Dust Bowl.
You never really escaped.
With gas, I guess, like the gas would burn, right? So maybe I'm wrong about that.
It always found its way in, and that's, I think,
good. I'm glad I'm ruining it.
While filming, the crew faced terrible weather with winds of over 100 miles per hour. The cast and crew hid in a nearby hotel, but usually when a few hours had passed, Nolan would gather them in the parking lot and shoot the wide-angle shots or rehearse scenes.
You know, we just wanted to get on with shooting, so he whisked us all out into the parking lot, where we shot some inserts as long as we could.
In their fifth dimension.
Nathan Crowley built the inside of the spaceship, based on the interior of the International Space Station, while Christopher made sure there were no green screens involved. Double negative created most of the backdrops ahead of time, so instead of a chroma key, they installed
This part's really cool what they did.
effects. This helped the actors and added a sense of realism to the lighting. Nolan also refused to use spaceships, preferring mini and to scale models, some of which
That's
were
the key.
50 feet long.
It's good to
They used mini and fucking scale models for like 90% of everything, which is pretty fucking cool. There's a lot to respect about that movie. It's hard to rewatch because the story sucks, like Avatar, but I also think Avatar looks stupid. I don't understand why anybody gets excited about that movie. I understand the first time around. I totally get that. I'm not like oblivious to that. And I went and watched it in 3D, and I was like, wow, this is the dumbest story. You know, everybody walked out there like, oh, that's Pocahontas, or pick one of like 20 different movies you can pick. But the graphics are just not. I don't know what the fuck anybody's talking about. So yeah, Interstellar wins. You lose, Buzz. You know what's funny is they made this show back in the day, 2009, I want to say, in Britain, called Space Cadets. And they built this like scale model spaceship, and they had like the same IMAX screen thing going on where they put IMAX screens out there, and they tricked these 4 people, like completely tricked them. And everybody like that was watching the show knew it, but they didn't know it. They thought that they were really going to outer space. They were supposed to be the first 4 space tourists ever, and they completely fooled these people, and they were in space for like 3 days. Like, you know, they were just in this model, and they totally believed it. It's a fucked up thing. And they got 25 grand for it. I would have been pissed. It's pretty nuts. Hey guys, it's just me like talking. Fucking sucks. Everything sucks. Let's look at YouTube, guys. This is it. This is the launch.
PRI GPC, is that correct?
Capcom, Crimps, this is Earth Orbiter 1. Do you read me? Over.
Reading you. Bank to turn left into taxiway 4 on my mark. 2,
negative
1,
Capcom, Crimps.
Negative Capcom. We will be waiting here for just a couple of minutes. There's nothing to worry about.
Okay.
Do some final last-minute checks to ensure everything.
They're actually
very smooth, like butter.
They are towing us out.
Okay.
So we're cool. Yeah. Up to the tow tractor.
The 2 guys in the front are actors, so they know it's fake. But the 4 people in the back, they don't know.
In the mornings.
Suddenly the computer kicked in and launch was back on.
Earth Orbiter 1, proceed with takeoff on runway 9er on my mark. 5, 4,
We've unhooked from the
2,
tractor.
1,
We are going
mark.
for takeoff, all right?
Okay.
Prepare for rocket ignition.
All right, here we go.
This is fucking amazing. This is amazing. This is fucking amazing. We are going so
Out rotation.
take it off. I think we're taking off now.
On my mark. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark.
Oh, he's got it. On the screen.
Solid rocket boosters have ignited. We have liftoff. Landing hydraulics retract. Check.
Hydraulics retracted over.
Capcom Krimsk to Earth Orbiter 1, now entering square spiral ascent. Check. Capcom Krimsk to Earth Orbiter 1, confirm maximum dynamic pressure has been reached. Check.
Maximum dynamic pressure has been reached. Over.
Totally covered.
We're starting our banking maneuvers.
What did he say?
How you guys doing back there?
Huh?
Doing good.
Doing good.
Doing good.
I've never
seen
this video.
Anybody feeling a bit queasy or anything like that?
Can't hear you.
Good.
And I'm not seeing what you're playing live.
We are nearing space. I could just say right now.
For those earlier teething problems.
You don't want to unstrap. You're
Sorry?
happy, just excited.
That's good. Feel good.
Bit achieved, our actor pilots decided to do a little more covering up for those earlier teething problems.
You don't want to unstrap. You're
Sorry?
happy.
And I watched Sonic today.
Was Sonic on the stream?
They're broken down in Colorado. And
Well, they're driving that busted up RV.
Yeah.
Getting into fights, like picking up homeless guys and beating like one Sonic beat the shit out of some homeless guy.
Recently? I didn't see that.
Yeah, I sent it to you on your Discord. It's ridiculous.
He beat up a dude? He's so
Yeah.
small.
Well, I mean, if you're not expecting a 130-pound tweaker to jump you, and he does.
In the RV? Did that happen?
Yeah.
Oh.
I sent it. Just look in your Discord. I sent it a few days ago.
A closed Discord. I don't really want to see that. We'll just say that.
He's,
I wouldn't say all of them. Like Young's vlog is like one of those people that like. That's why I think I liked him is because he was just like, yeah, he's dorky and he's funny to laugh at, but like at the same time, like he just is who he is. Like he's just him, and you know they're funny. They're them. So. And they're not like interacting with other people. It's just like them pretending to fix up this church, but they don't. They just sit in the church and drink sweet tea. It's fucking weird. But I will say, like, I'll sit on his stream with him, sometimes 2-3 hours, right? And he's easily making $20 an hour. Sometimes I've seen him like last night. I was on his stream for 2 to 3 hours. I want to say, like in and out, had it playing, and he was easily making $20 to $30 an hour in like $1 to $3 donations. Like people just pick a song to play, and he plays it and dances in his chair.
Yeah. Go get the Ram Ranch song.
He'll play it, but no, it's.
Did you know that Ram Ranch originally became popular because of live streamers and people triggering folks to make that song play over live streams?
Yeah, I did the history of it on the last episode. Thanks for tuning in, Dick.
I was there.
Well, how did you miss all that?
I must have missed that part. I was there for you talking about how my barbecue's so amazing.
So you missed the other entire part of the show? Fucking dick. That's it. Show your nips.
No, I'm already out of the hot tub.
All right, you ready for the memes then?
Sure. I can't see anything.
Yeah, I can share it. Hold on. Can you see it?
I see that. This is a good one. I give this one a solid 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5. Look at that.
This one
look
is
how
sad because it's
different they
true.
look. There's Courtney. Now she's young, you know. You can't really pick on her.
No, that's
Same with
Chloe.
him. But dude, I couldn't figure. I was like, wait, which is that? Kim? Is that Courtney?
Kim's the one on the right.
Yeah. Oh, this
Courtney's
is the funniest. This is the funniest one here.
There's well, I don't know.
Dad's the funniest.
Chloe's on the left. Courtney's second from the left. Kourtney Kardashian's on the right.
Yeah, that's weird. Look at that. I think that's really the chick.
Yeah, I think it is. Man,
Isn't that
she's an
weird?
adult now.
Do you think that's really her?
Yeah, it is. Obviously, she has a purple shirt.
Still getting deported. Can't win. Took me a second. I was like, wait, is this a meme? Oh. Your mom. It's an old school one. Amber Heard wouldn't have done that shit to me, just saying.
Oh, shit.
Not too soon. That was so long ago. This is a good pineapple pizza one. Can you see it? Don't watch it on YouTube.
I'm not.
Okay.
Look, listen. Let's have a conversation about pineapple pizza.
Okay, go
Pineapple
ahead.
pizza is good.
I don't hate it.
Pineapple, ham.
It's gotta have ham
cheese.
too, though.
I don't think I would eat pineapple by itself. It's got to be there to balance out the saltiness of
And
the pork.
it's really dependent on, like, you can't have it too big of chunks, you know? And it's the thinner the better. And if there's too much, it's gross. If you have the pineapple near the crust, it's gross. It's too, to be honest, it's too finicky for pizza because you have to do it right, so right. Whereas pepperoni is just like, you know, there's nothing better than pepperoni pizza. I like adding other stuff, but yeah, just all you need is pepperoni. If you don't have pepperoni, it doesn't work because you need that grease. It's the grease.
Yeah, the thing about the pepperoni pizza is it should just be simple.
Yeah.
You add too much shit, and then all the toppings are falling off. And it sucks.
Well, I live in New York, you know, so we get the really thin pizzas, right? And so the trick is, like, so most of the time, I'll get pepperoni, mushrooms, black olives, onions, and it's too much. And what happens is when you get it, you take that first bite, and like you said, everything comes off, and you're just like this piece of bread left, right? But the trick is you let it go all the way cold, like completely cold. You never eat a New York pizza fresh. It's not disgusting, it's just not good. Even when you like go to a shop and buy it, like it's cooked, cooled down, and reheated, right? So you always let it cool down, and then once you reheat it, it doesn't have that same, like, when it's piping hot, you can take a bite and the whole thing won't pull apart. Something about it. It's got to be the way the mozzarella sets up. But that's the trick.
We had some King Kong, or we had some New York style pizza today. It's from a place called King Kong, and the box was literally, oh shit, the box was literally like this. It was fucking good.
All right, next one, next meme. This is
That's
like
Photoshop.
It's supposed to be.
That's Photoshop.
It's not. You can zoom in on it. It's not. Just trust me. Hi, welcome to Chuck E. Cheese. Everything is visibly dirty and our mascot is a rat. Eat some pizza near a sneezing child. Dude, I remember bringing I remember bringing a kid there when they were younger, and I was like, "This is a fucking casino for kids."
I remember being terrified of Chuck E. Cheese as a kid because the animatronics were scary as shit.
I never went to one. We only had Discovery Zone. Do you remember Discovery Zone?
Vaguely.
That was the coolest fucking thing. Our parents used to just drop us off there, man, and we would like play like, you know, these team hide and seek games.
Well, there's this popular game now that's kind of taken off of the concept of what happens if Chuck E. Cheese became evil, and it's called Five Nights at Freddy's. My kids are obsessed with this game.
Do you know Nick Cage made a movie about it?
No.
It's fucking great. I mean, it's terrible. Don't get me wrong. But if you know anything about Five Nights at Freddy's, like, there's a Nick Cage movie about it. It's fucking. I've watched it twice. It's got many great parts. It's a terrible movie. It's really bad. Like, if Nick Cage wasn't in it, I don't think I could watch it. But I love Nick Cage, so. All right, next one. Same-sex relationship problems. This one cracked me up. Who's gonna make us sandwiches? That's the guy on guys. And then the chick on chick says, what do we do with all these sandwiches? Oh. There's so many people like this around me. Because it's like people think of New York and they think the city, but man, I live in the country.
That kid is the crown prince of mullets.
Yeah, I love the Mountain Dew there too. He's got the, what are those boots called? Fuck, I even have mud ruckers. And someone starts crying, but you don't know what to do. Do you want some toothpaste?
I'm obsessed with this guy's face. He has no neck.
Yeah, he's no neck. You never seen this guy before?
Mm.
Buzz, I've never seen John Wick 4. I'm not really into it, to be honest. I didn't hate them, the John Wicks, like, because I know what they are, but there's so many problems with the story, and I'm just one of those people that I couldn't help it. Like, I would, like, pause it. I'm like, wait a minute, how did that dog just get over, like, there's so many problems with John Wick. It drives me insane. But,
So
you know, I know it's supposed to not be taken serious. I just can't help it.
You're one of those guys that looks for a deep, meaningful plot in an action movie.
Not always. It's just like when they stick out like that much, it gets sort of like distracting, because like Turbo Kid or actually like Five Nights at Freddy's or yeah, even Turbo Kid. Like it's more like the story isn't as big of a deal as like some of the action. The action's sort of what make those movies. And you know how everybody talked about The Northman?
Yeah.
There was a cooler movie than that I always felt like The Northman ripped off, and it was called Valhalla Rising. Walmart used to have the DVD bins. Remember those?
Yeah.
I got it in like one of those. It's really like the same fucking story, but I thought Valhalla Rising was done better because it was Mars, you know, the famous Dutch guy.
I don't know who that is.
Everybody knows him. If I wasn't so fucking dumb. Rising. And his name is Mads Mikkelsen. Wow, so far off. You know Mads Mikkelsen?
No.
No?
Dude, in California, we spend elementary school learning about California history. We don't learn all this other stuff. These Dutch settlers and crap. It's all you East Coasters.
Oh. Okay.
We got to learn about how the Spanish built all the churches and enslaved all the Indians.
Fair enough. Oh, you know where? You know what that place was? Laverne PD.
Yeah.
Somebody labeled it as a train station on Google Maps.
That's the one with the female police officer that was engaging in all sorts of inappropriateness with.
This is so true. When you're vegan, you haven't told anyone in 8 minutes. Every vegan, man.
Yeah.
The truth.
Let me ask you this, Sean. Let me ask you.
Remember that, Maze? Remember when you were sick and I was like, dude, you're gonna die. You gotta go to the hospital. Oh man, I look so stupid.
To diagnose a friend with.
But how true is this meme? It's so true. I have a headache. Yeah,
we
it'll
should
be
try
your
to diagnose Boulevard Jones on WebMD.
I don't think they've come up with the name for that yet. Here's a meme that won't offend anybody. Somebody replied, "Why is it got to be white?" So good. Where we at? Got quite a few more here. YOLO. Just kidding. Oh, I want to talk about this, man. I was like trying to get some clips for this 420 special I did. So then I hated my life. I was like, yeah, whatever. But there was a bunch of these clips of people where they do this thing. They walk around and they like beg people like, oh, let me get your $1. Can I have $1? Or they'll go to like somebody's small like business like restaurant and be like, oh, I don't have any money. Can you give me food? And if they give you food, then they give you $2,000, right? And the people are like, oh. And when you watch one or two of them, you're like, this is great. This is awesome. And then when you watch like 7 or 8 of them, you're like, something's wrong about these. And you can clearly tell that they're like, they genuinely walk up to somebody, the people are acting weird, they shut the camera off, they're like, hey, listen, if you just go along with this, I'll give you a bunch of money. Because it's, after you see them, and this is really what's happening, this meme right here. And I think they need to stop, to be honest. Because like, if you're really a good person, you don't videotape that. You just go do that. And I think it's I think it's actually like, bottom of the barrel YouTube shit that people should stop like encouraging. I don't think it's good stuff because it's fake. It's like narcissistic niceness, I guess. It's weird. Have you ever seen any of these videos where they like give out shit?
I've not, but I mean it just basically seems like another version of virtue signaling.
Yeah, boomer. I'm not here to like be like the tough guy, the bigger guy. Like I never once went to Young's vlog to try to promote myself, right? And then he like came out, and then I was just like, oh, my bad. Like that wasn't my intention. I'm sorry. But then he kept going and ranting at me. And I was like, okay, let it go. I won't say another thing. I'm sorry. And then he kept like accusing me. He's like, no, you're fucking doing this. You're doing that. And I'm like, bro, I hung out on your channel for 3 hours last night, you know? Like, why would I do that if all I'm doing is trying to promote? There was 4 of us hanging out. You know, it's not like there was 25 people there. Who am I promoting to? And yeah, and then whatever else happened. I bet he's thinking about the girl at the bar with big tits. Damn, that chick at the bar had huge tits.
No, that's not what I think about.
What, you mean big tits?
I usually think about barbecue.
I know that's true. That's weird. What do you think about this? You saw a guy reading a book, didn't you?
That's
what's
he
weird
looks
about
like
you.
He's Bane. If you look on the guy on the left,
It looks like he's getting a
kinda got
blowjob. That's what it
Bane
looks
mask.
like. Looks like he's getting a blowjob.
You can't say that.
But why not? Why can't I say that?
Because the children.
What children?
Well, Boulevard Jones.
He's older than me. He says I look super old. Oh yeah, this is the Bud Light thing. I don't even care about the Bud Light thing.
Did you hear they fired the vice president of marketing at Bud Light?
Yeah, so we were talking about that on. I went to Preston's stream last night. I don't know if you know Preston, but
No.
he's a pretty cool guy. He had a stream. He was talking about the Bud Light.
YouTubers.
He's not famous. He's just starting. But he was doing the Bud Light thing, and he's like a real level-headed person, you know. He's pretty. I mean, we're all biased, but he's pretty like able to read both sides. So it was interesting to hear what he was saying about it. And what the fuck was the point I was talking about? Yeah, like it's not gonna hurt Anheuser-Busch in any way. And if you watch any of the BlackRock thing, that's exactly why they did it. And then we were saying the only way to fix this, because they did that statement where they didn't say anything at all. You know, it was just like a politically correct non-answer. And I was like, well, yeah, what are you gonna say? Like the main people you market to is like NASCAR. Like it's clearly the people that are not for LGBTQ, you know. So the only thing you can do is pay off the marketing person, and throw him under the bus and fire him. You know, like here's 200 grand. We're gonna blame this. It's all your fault. I'm sure they probably gave him the go ahead and said, okay, do it. You know what I mean? But now that that score has gone up, they fired that person to appease the fans. But I really think that's happened. I think that's exactly what's going on. Because that's the only reason. Did you see the Bud Light commercials I played at the start of this show? Like, fucking hilarious.
No, yeah, I joined a few minutes late.
Yeah. You never watch.
I watch, man.
You do not. I wouldn't watch. You don't have to lie to me. It's fucking boring. All right, next one. Oh, did you see this shit? This guy is like literally being arrested. There's just a cat chilling on him. If someone from Ziploc could contact literally anyone in the cereal business, that would be great.
Kind of makes you wonder, huh?
Not really. I mean, why would they want to? I mean, they want you to buy a new box of cereal, right?
Cereal came in Ziploc bags instead of the kind that you got to rip open.
Right, but then it would be like,
a better place.
yeah, and they wouldn't go stale quickly. It would be easily resealed. Remember when you used to get the huge, you know how there's the cheap bags of cereal? They're always on the bottom aisle, but they used to have the cinch shit because it wasn't made by a big company. Someone fighting on Facebook. Heather Johnson is a lying, cheating, dirty crackhead. Me, Heather Johnson. Girl Scout. She's just a genius. Period. There's so many. I live in a legal state now, you know. I bought pot from a legal pot shop exactly twice, and both times it was, no, 3 times. It's just not great, too expensive. Everybody just buys from the same people we all bought from, but now we charge half as much money. Kind of cool, but that's why you decriminalize it. You don't legalize it. Legalization. This is true. That's what happened to him. Jabba got him. Jabba the Hutt. All right, Chris, your whole name. Ready? Your first name and your last name.
That's mean.
What's your whole name?
It's really fucking mean.
This is my favorite one. Oh. Yeah, Andor couldn't make it today. She's driving across the world. Tiny's on vacation too, because over in Europe, you know, they get like 2 weeks or 3 weeks off. They all call it holiday.
It's all right. You got the B team, and if you count Buzz, you got the C team.
I'm gonna do one more. Be right back because I gotta pee, and of course I sit down to pee, so it takes forever. And lol cow. I really do have to pee though. And we're gonna be right back.
All right.
YouTube, Discord, it all gets kind of slower, you know. Like it was like 70 degrees out today. I was outside for anyways. You want to see this this movie trailer?
Yeah, I want to see a movie trailer.
So
Is this Star Wars?
No, dude, this movie looks so fucking cool.
Is it Peacemaker cool?
Different. It's so different. Because I am Finnish in the American sense, right? So like I'm not Finnish because I'm probably like 20 different things. But like my grandmother was hardcore Finnish, right? She's from Minnesota. Like she speaks Finnish, you know. So there's like a little bit of Finnish tradition that I know. Not much. Like I know like 5 words. But one of the words I know is called SISU. But this movie's called SISU. And like we used to use this word a lot. I have 2 shirts that say SISU. It's SISU. And it's like this word in Finnish that means like, you know, a ton of different things. Like how those words are. But it's like basically never give up.
So that's kind of like the theme for this stream tonight.
Yeah. It should have been give up. Like when I was like... Yeah, at like 10 o'clock when I finally finished everything, like I was covered in shit, you know, and I was like, why am I was like, I'll just do this tomorrow. And then like people kept saying shit on Discord, so I'm like, fuck, I guess I gotta do it, which I just shouldn't have done it. I should have just been like, yep, not going, sorry. That would have been the smarter thing to do. So this movie's called SISU again.
Is it a lamb?
Down on your knees. Fuck him up!
No.
Here now.
Not really.
He was a Finnish commando. He lost his home and his family in the war. He became a one-man death squad. He's one mean motherfucker that you do not want to mess with.
You'll see what happens when you take everything from him.
You really believe that he's immortal?
No, he just refuses to die.
How many minds did we bury here? All of them.
You and you.
This is not about who's the strongest. This is about not giving up. We have a word for that in Finland.
We might have a problem.
5 days, I guess it comes out. 28th, I think I saw. I don't really have much more. BlackRock, movie phone. Yeah, the other thing. What do you got?
Well, we could talk some Star Trek.
No. That'll never, ever happen.
Star Trek hot tub stream.
I don't even think I'll ever talk Star Wars again, to be honest.
Star Wars
I'm so...
supremely bad.
I don't know how many times I've said I've been over it, right? But, like, Andor brought me back. Like, I was like, awesome. This latest thing that happened, like... Like, I just
like
don't care. I don't care anymore. I legitimately, I don't think I'll watch Andor Season 2. I don't. Even the stuff they said about Andor Season 2 at the Star Wars thing, I was like, oh, it's going to be bad. They're like, yeah, we didn't have any droids in there, but we promise we'll put droids in it. This, like, oh, great, cool. Now you like Andor? This sucks. Andor was cool because Disney didn't like it. Ugh, Marvel sucks. Disney sucks. Like, I'm telling you right now, what it's going to be. It's going to be DC. Like, everybody hates DC right now, but DC is going to come out on top because James Gunn is fucking awesome. And I don't think James Gunn's going to go the way of the Jon Favreau or the Kevin Feige. I don't think that'll happen because I think he's learned because he got dropped by Disney and he talks about how much that like really hurt him. Like even he was already talking about like he's not gonna be directing he's not gonna be in charge of all these movies. He's doing 2. And he's putting somebody else in charge of that movie and that movie. So he's not being Kevin Feige. And he was specific about not doing that. And I also think that's sort of like I was bummed about Superman at first. But now I think it's better because we have to break away from what was sort of a bad storyline. You know, Batman versus Superman really did a lot of damage.
It was awful.
Yeah, and it's tough to like come back from that. And then the whole Batman shit with making the same movie twice. Like the only reason the second movie seemed good was because of how bad the first one was. Like it was so bad, it made the second one seem so amazing. But I think if you never saw the first version, it's like 6 out of 10. It wasn't like fantastic. It's just it was fantastic compared.
Justice League?
Yeah, Justice League. The second one was so much better than the first, but it
had a bunch of weird alternate universe stuff in. I didn't understand what the hell was going on.
I did for the most part, but I still don't think it was as good as people are. I did at the time when I saw it. I was like, amazing. But then I watched it again, and I was like, yeah. But that's the problem with all these superhero movies is like they're not dark enough. Even Batman, that was super dark, like the Chris Nolan ones. I don't remember anybody like really. Even the pencil scene, you didn't see nothing, I'd really like to see like a Spawn type or like a rated, I don't know. Deadpool's rated R, but it's not like, it's a comedy.
Right.
I guess Blade was rated R, right? Is the new one rated R?
I have no idea.
That's a movie that I'm comfortable with somebody remaking. Like, it's Blade. Don't fuck it up. If you make it PG-13, it's going to be awful. Period.
And he also doesn't.
Everybody's complaint about Andor is like, oh, it's so slow. Oh, that means you don't like stories. That's what you're telling me. You're like, oh, I had to listen and think. What a shit show. Those are the same people that are watching Boba Fett. They're like, oh, so stupid. There's no story. Pick one.
Boba Fett was awful.
Yeah. I didn't watch Obi-Wan because of Boba Fett. I was like, no, I'm not going to do it. I already know. Mandalorian, too. Like, I saw the first 2 episodes of season 2. I'm like, oh, this show's over. But everybody pretended like it was still... Everybody fell off. Nobody admits it now, but everybody fell off about halfway through. Nobody really liked it anymore. And then Luke brought everybody back. The Luke thing brought everybody back. That's all that happened.
That's, I think, fair. I think that's a fair...
I liked the Luke thing, but I still thought season 2 was terrible. I did not think it was good. Season 1 is the only one that had that like real Western original feel vibe to it, and then it just got Disney studioed.
2022.
I never watched
Very
that one.
popular movie.
I don't really like Disney kids movies. They're not funny enough. Did you ever see Storks?
No.
That's a funny ass kids movie. Same with Lego. I don't know. There's nothing else to talk about. We should end the show. Buzz. Toy Box, thanks for sticking around. Really appreciate it. I'm ending it. We're done.